The human body is a universe of mysteries. We explore 10 extraordinary lives defined by conditions so rare that most doctors have never seen them. These stories of relentless struggle and incredible strength celebrate the enduring triumph of the human spirit. Number 10. Inanzimana Elly, the indomitable spirit of Rwanda. Our first portrait takes us to the heart of Rwanda, where we meet Inanzimana Elly. Born with a rare condition that makes him physically different from others, Elly was confronted from a young age with the harsh reality of bullying and social ostracism. He was saddled with cruel names like monkey and alien, words that left deep and lasting scars. Imagine the constant pain and isolation, the persistent stares, and the whispers that followed him everywhere. However, despite these trials, Elly displayed extraordinary resilience. He refused to let his condition define his future. Instead of succumbing to negativity, he chose determination and positivity, committing himself to living a meaningful life. Today, Elly uses his experiences as a platform to spread a powerful message of acceptance and understanding. He has become a fervent advocate for people who are different, speaking up for those who have no voice. His story is a powerful testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome adversity, reminding us to embrace our differences and choose hope over despair. Number 9. Taigak, the enigma of 40 years without sleep. Imagine a life without sleep. No cozy moments in bed, no dreams, no snooze button. Just a constant and unrelenting vigil. For Taigak, a Vietnamese man, this is a claimed reality that has lasted over 40 years. 40 years without a single moment of sleep. From a scientific point of view, this seems impossible. Sleep is a vital necessity that our body desperately demands for regeneration and neurological survival. Yet, Taigak insists on the truth of his claim, and there has been a surprising lack of definitive medical evidence to contradict him. How does he function? Is this an unresolved medical mystery, a superhuman capacity, or a form of paradoxical wakefulness where short microsleeps evade observation? We do not know the exact cause of this extreme insomnia, but some have speculated that it may be linked to a fever he contracted in 1973. Despite the lack of rest, Taigak claims to feel no fatigue and continues to lead an active life, working in the fields and performing demanding physical tasks. His case defies one of the most fundamental biological requirements of human existence, making him one of the greatest living medical enigmas of our time. Number 8. Rajeswari, stone skin. In a small tribal village in Chhattisgarh, India, lives Rajeswari, a 9-year-old girl who suffers from a condition so rare that it has perplexed doctors for years. Her body is covered in thick, stone-like blisters, hardening her skin and making the simplest movements extremely painful. Walking, sitting, or even lying down is a daily challenge. The condition began to manifest shortly after birth, and the symptoms worsened with age. Doctors believe Rajeswari may suffer from a severe and rare form of a genetic disorder called epidermolytic ichthyosis, a type of congenital skin disease that causes extreme peeling and blistering. In certain areas, her skin resembles cracked rock, attracting painful stares and the curiosity of the villagers. The disease does not only affect her physically, it isolates her socially, as many in her region consider her condition a curse. Rajeswari requires intensive daily care, including the application of special creams to prevent infections and treat wounds. Unfortunately, advanced treatment is not available in her remote village, and her family lacks the means to travel for proper care. Rajeswari's story highlights the urgent need for support for children who are victims of rare and neglected conditions. Number 7. Tom Tennant, growing into his skin. Tom Tennant was born in 1993 in Southeast Australia, with an extraordinarily high amount of extra skin covering his body. At birth, he appeared to have enough skin to cover a 5-year-old child. His parents were shocked, and medical experts remained baffled. Doctors quickly noted that Tom's skin was extremely wrinkled and that his body presented high levels of hyaluronic acid, about 100 times higher than normal. This observation established a strange parallel with Shar Pei puppies, a breed of dog famous for its wrinkled appearance. At the time, there was no known medical diagnosis for this specific human condition. The hope of the family and doctors was that as Tom grew, he would grow into his skin, and the excess would resolve into a more typical appearance. Growing up was not easy. Tom faced mockery at school and social difficulties. However, he and his family remained remarkably positive. Over time, the appearance of his skin has gradually improved. Today, although he retains a unique look, the excessive wrinkles are much less pronounced. Tom has made self-acceptance his message, proving that resilience allows one to transform a singularity into a strength, and that one must always look forward. Number 6. Aaron Honeycutt, The Beard and the Record. Aaron Honeycutt is a woman who has transformed what many would strive to hide into a bold world record. At first glance, she may seem ordinary, but Aaron holds a truly astonishing title: the longest beard on a living female. Measuring an incredible 31 centimeters, 12.2 inches long, her beard earned her a place in the Guinness Book of World Records. The growth of her beard is caused by polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, a hormonal disorder that can lead to excessive hair growth, among other symptoms. For years, Aaron shaved her face multiple times a day, fighting to conform to societal expectations. But everything changed when she made the courageous decision to stop hiding and fully accept herself. With the loving support of her wife, Aaron let her beard grow. What started as an act of self-love has become a daring declaration of body acceptance. In 2023, she officially claimed her title, becoming a powerful symbol of body positivity and courage. Aaron Honeycutt's story is a vivid reminder that beauty does not follow a single mold and that our differences are a source of pride. Number 5. Verdant Joey, The Mystery of the Giant Foot. Verdant Joey, a young boy from Gujarat, India, drew international attention after being born with an extraordinarily large right foot. His foot measures about 28 centimeters, 11 inches in length, and weighs nearly 5.4 kilograms, 12 pounds, a weight comparable to that of a bowling ball. What makes Verdant's case even more astonishing is that despite the size and weight of his foot, he is able to walk and run with relatively normal mobility, defying balance and physics. Over the years, hundreds of doctors have examined him, speculating on the cause of this extreme growth. Yet, no definitive medical diagnosis has been confirmed by credible sources. Due to the rarity and enigma of this condition, healthcare professionals have proposed various possibilities, ranging from generalized growth disorders to specific problems of tissue development, but none has been formally established. His family has also had to face enormous emotional and logistical challenges, notably the bullying suffered by Verdant and the extreme difficulty in finding suitable shoes or clothing. Some doctors have suggested amputation as a potential treatment, an option that remains controversial and drastic. The case of Verdant Joey remains unresolved, making him one of the most extraordinary living medical mysteries of recent years. Number 4. Adam Pearson, Neurofibromatosis and Hollywood. Adam Pearson is nothing short of extraordinary. Adam suffers from neurofibromatosis type 1, a rare genetic disease that causes the growth of non-cancerous tumors on his nerve tissue. This disorder affects about 1 person in 3,000. It is a condition that can be incredibly taxing and complex to manage. But Adam categorically refuses to let his condition define him. He faces every day with truly inspiring courage and determination, breaking down barriers and stereotypes. He is a true testament to the power of the human spirit, living his life to the fullest while raising awareness about facial disfigurement. Adam is not only an activist, but also an accomplished actor. He notably shared the screen with Scarlett Johansson in the critically acclaimed science fiction film Under the Skin. His impact goes far beyond his acting career. He is a passionate activist, using his notoriety to educate the public and advocate for understanding. His work actively contributes to changing the perception of facial differences worldwide. With his legendary sense of humor, Adam Pearson powerfully reminds us that true beauty resides in who we are and not in our physical appearance. Number 3, Jono Lancaster, the ambassador of difference. Jono Lancaster has faced a condition since birth that profoundly affects his facial features, Treacher-Collins syndrome. This genetic disorder affected his craniofacial development, leading to distinctive characteristics that immediately posed unique challenges. However, Jono's path is not one of despair. It is a story of resilience, self-acceptance, and the transformation of his experiences into a beacon of hope. As a child, Jono experienced his share of adversity. He suffered bullying, felt the pain of rejection, and struggled with questions of identity and self-worth. But instead of letting these challenges shape him negatively, Jono chose to embrace his uniqueness. He realized that true beauty does not reside in physical perfection, but in the strength of character and the kindness one shows to others. This path of acceptance led Jono to become a powerful advocate for people with Treacher-Collins syndrome and other craniofacial conditions. He travels the world, sharing his story, raising public awareness, and challenging narrow perceptions of beauty. Jono's impact extends far beyond awareness campaigns. He inspires thousands of families to find strength in their struggles. Number 2, Beatrice Puglia, skin deep beauty. Meet Beatrice Puglia, a 28-year-old Brazilian born with a rare skin condition known as giant congenital melanocytic nevus. Remarkably, more than 80% of her body is covered in dark, pigmented birthmarks. Since childhood, Beatrice endured more than 30 surgical interventions, starting at the age of only 6 months, to remove areas at high risk of sun damage or skin cancer. But as she grew older, the incessant medical procedures and harsh social reactions, where children called her monkey or Dalmatian, took their toll. Thanks to her family's support and a growing resilience, she made a radical decision in 2008 to stop the surgeries and fully accept her skin. Today, Beatrice proudly wears her birthmarks as symbols of strength, asserting that my skin facilitates the realization that skin is just an organ to protect what truly matters. She radiates positivity, encouraging others to accept themselves as they are. She even found love because of her uniqueness, with her husband attracted to her precisely because of her unique skin, not despite it. Beatrice is now an advocate for people with similar conditions, using her voice to inspire and empower others. Number 1, Amaya Stringer, the challenge of beginnings. Amaya Stringer was born with multiple congenital differences that make her journey incredibly unique and moving. As early as the 20th week of pregnancy, doctors noted that her legs were not developing normally, and that her ears and ear canals presented anomalies. Amaya was born without legs, a consequence of caudal regression syndrome, which affects the lower spine and prevents the development of the lower limbs. She also presents with bilateral microtia keratresia, meaning her outer ears are malformed and her ear canals are not completely formed, requiring hearing aids. In addition, she was born with a cleft palate and a recessed chin, elements of Pierre-Robin syndrome, making breathing and feeding difficult from the start. Very early on, she underwent multiple crucial surgeries during the first 6 weeks of her life. Her medical journey includes regular intensive therapies for mobility, occupational skills, and feeding. Despite all these challenges, Amaya is described by her parents as joyful, full of energy and spirit. She has shown incredible courage at every step, learning to crawl with her arms and accomplish daily tasks in her own way. Her story is a plea for inclusion and a source of inspiration for all those navigating complex situations. Number 11. The moment of unexpected stories. Laura and Celine lived with faces the world stared at for too long. Accustomed to whispers, they had learned to walk with their heads held high. Their difference bound them deeply. Together, they had transformed the curiosity of others into strength and their daily lives into a story of courage. These incredible journeys redefine what it means to be strong. They remind us that true beauty emanates from courage and not from conformity. Share your reflections below and join us in continuing to explore the absolutely incredible power and diversity of the human spirit.